Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So I came across this beautiful video where Moses Ken was talking about how powerful they know Black people are united, especially Black men and Black women coming together. And that, I mean, like they really do know how powerful we are. That's why they try as much as they can to divide. But sometimes I sit back, especially the last election, also made me feel like there is no division in Black community. There could be, which happens in every other distant, right? But it's not as bad as we think, because what I saw during the election also gave me a lot of hope, which I also came out to say that I really do appreciate you all for coming out for yourself. That really shows how much you all want or got each other's back, right? So then the second video is talking about a biracial woman, saying that her daughter is not Black people do not want her, and also white people do not want her, right? And I am going to say this: some people bring confusion to themselves. When you marry, especially or a black, if you are this and you marry a Black man, right? You are supposed to know what will happen, especially with your kids. That your kids might come out looking like you, the mother, or come out a little bit blended, the father's features and all that. Or sometimes might come out straight up this. So whatever happens, you all should be ready to take it, not coming out to act. Why is it that Black people get angry when they see that when her daughter identifies as a Black person? Please leave us alone. Let's get into this video.
So this is part 3 of my series on TikTok about white culture. And really, part 3 is only about the comment section. And with viral videos comes a lot of comments, a lot of inboxes, fair share of hate and a lot of support. But one of the most reoccurring questions, I think, in comments or inboxes has to do with me saying that my daughter considers herself a Black woman. And I guess it was quite triggering to some people, and I really want to understand why. Because her dad is Black, she is heavily involved with his family and him, and I am white, amongst other things, but mostly I'm white appearing. She has been around my family, not as much as she's been around her dad's family, so of course, that influence might have something to do with her considering herself a Black woman. However, back to the original question, why is it triggering for a biracial child to say they are Black or for them to say they are white? Make it make sense, please.
This video is specifically for this mother here, the Lincoln James. This woman who has a biracial daughter that she says identifies as a Black woman. And apparently in one of the videos that she made referencing white culture and talking about her daughter and the ways in which her daughter identifies and how she copes and manages raising a biracial daughter who identifies as Black, right? And in that particular video, apparently it triggered some people, she said, because she called her daughter, who is biracial, Black daddy, white mother, a Black woman. And I'm going to just, without having seen her daughter, because I don't know what her daughter looks like, I'm going to break this down as simply as possible as to why that could be triggering to some people, especially people from the Black community, as well as everybody else, including biracial people. First and foremost, biracial is a descriptor and an identity. It is not a race. Just as monoracial is not a race. It simply means you have parentage of differing races. It simply means you are the product of parents belonging to two different racial groups in America. Biracial itself is not a race. You can be biracial and look like this. You can be biracial and be very dark-skinned and Afrocentric when it comes to your features and how you physically present, thanks to genetics and DNA. Race is not genetics. Race is not biological. Race is simply the label that American society has put onto people with features based on Eurocentrism, eugenics, and racism, and white supremacy. Now let's be clear. Biracial does not equal light skin. Biracial does not equal black presenting every single time. And biracial does not simply mean black and white. There are 5 identifiable races in the United States. If you have parents from any of these differing races and they come together to make you, you are considered biracial. What you present as is what's going to determine your race. We often might even see biracial people who don't identify as black, whether they have a black mother or a black father. Most of the time, however, the biracial people who identify simply as biracial and claim it as their race are usually the ones that have white mothers and have grown up around white culture and in white culture. This leads us into the white mom biracial trope, which is basically what you get when you have a self-hating black man who gets together with a racist white woman. Not saying she's racist, I'm just saying white woman. And then they create a baby who does not pass in white society as a white presenting person through the eyes of white culture. And that child is raised in a culture that does not belong to them. They are born inside of a culture that hates them for the way they look and is constantly being fed how ugly they are, how unacceptable they are just because of how they were born and to what racial group they actually belong to. They internalize all the anti-black rhetoric that they are hearing and seeing from family members. They lack exposure to black individuals and black culture and black history. And then when they get into situations, conversations, and encounters with black people, they come across as extremely anti-black as soon as they open their mouths. This is why a lot of black people do not fuck with white mom biracial people, even the ones that are black presenting. Now, the internet does not know this woman's daughter, okay? We don't know that girl. So these things don't necessarily apply to her because, like I said, we don't know her. We don't know if she's a white mom biracial. Because even mama herself said that this young lady was raised around her black family, has spent most of her time with her black daddy, her black culture. And the white mom biracial trope does not apply to every white mom biracial. But there is a lot of them that are problematic and are wildly anti-black because of what they've been fed by their white mothers and their white family members, on top of what society already feeds everybody, anti-blackness. It also needs to be understood that biracial people who do not present as monoracially black have a completely different experience in this world and in this society than people who present as Afrocentric. So if this woman's biracial black daughter goes through the world not being able to experience life as a white woman, then she is both black and biracial. She can't claim whiteness when she doesn't have a white experience. If she presents as black, she's a black biracial woman. Now, there is a difference between just being racially black and being culturally black, okay? That's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, that's just what I got to say about it. I hope this helped.
The biggest threat to the American empire isn't China, Russia, it isn't what's going on at the borders. The biggest threat to the American tyrannical supremacist empire is a unified black community.
Why did the FBI murder Fred Hampton? Because J. Edgar Hoover said the Black Panther Party represents the greatest threat to the internal security of the United States. Fred Hampton was a prominent leader of the Black Panther Party who was attracting a lot of people. When he was out there saying, I am a revolutionary, and getting crowds of people to say, I am a revolutionary. Well, that's enough democracy right now. You're dead.
So the key takeaway here is what should be prioritized on every black man and black woman's mind today in 2024, 2025, and so on and so forth, should be the unification of this community, if you are not a sellout. Now, all that clout, entertainment, all of that trying to prioritize fun over doing the hard things first is going to have to stop if you all are serious about moving forward, healing, and fixing the issues in this community. We cannot fix not now issue if we do not prioritize the unification between black man and black woman. We can't fix not now issue if we don't stop black men cannibalizing each other in these streets. We can't fix not now issue if we cannot heal from the trauma caused from black man to black woman and black woman to black man. We can't fix not their issue if we gon' duck and dodge responsibility and accountability for all the ways that we have self-destructively destroyed our own community. Yeah, we know who's at the root. We know who's at the root of the issue. We know who's at the root of the issue globally for why all of the other countries and continents can't thrive the way they should. But we have to take accountability for what's happening now, for the fact that we maintain our own self-destruction today. And it will only be when we take that accountability and responsibility that we will begin to put action in place to move forward and fix the issues that we have. You all seek and obsess over solutions. That's all I've ever given. You want to fix and heal the community. I'm telling you to be kinder, be more respectful to each other. You want to fix and heal the community. You want to move forward. I'm telling you to put your money together. It don't gotta be on no big grand scale right now. If you in Georgia, put you and your family's money together to get something large. If you accomplish that, put you and your neighborhood's money together to invest something. If you accomplish that, you in the city. If you accomplish that, you in the state. If every person, every pro-black person does this nationwide in every major city, in every major state, we wouldn't have any issues today as a community. But because we prioritize fun and entertainment over the actual important, more complicated, difficult things, this is why we stay at the bottom of the totem pole and suffer. You don't want to be slaves. You don't want to be considered slaves. You don't want to be called slaves. You want to have equal to what the supremacist, the European reject has. You're thinking too small. You're focused on fractions and decimals. I'm trying to get you to focus on the mountainous riches that are waiting for you if you would just live up to your potential. Black men are the only ones that can initiate the healing for the entire black community. When will we take accountability and responsibility for the things that we allow to happen in this community? We are the leaders and protectors of this community, yet we sit up here and allow things to take place that should never take place. Have you brothers not seen the viral video upon viral video upon viral video of countless and multiple black women, countless of our sisters being slammed on their head by racist police, by these European men, being confronted and disrespected all in their face, got these European men spitting and disrespecting them all in their face. Videos of it. Why is there not brothers going around state to state looking for these individuals that are doing that? Why is it that we have individuals that can find a person's location off of IG Live just based off the tile in their background, but yet we can't find the individuals that are violating and disrespecting sisters to their face, violating our children's rights when they walk through the suburbs? Why we can't find those individuals? When are the brothers going to take a stand for this community? When are the brothers going to stop being cowards and stop being afraid of what could happen from the European and just embrace what it is they've always called you in the first place? They've always called us criminals and animals and barbarians and savages. They ain't never even really seen it other than their own actions. Why not embrace that side? Since no matter what we do, we are assumed to be guilty anyway. Why not embrace that side, since no matter what we do, we savages and barbarians and criminals and thugs, and all our women is baby mamas and all our children is future thugs and criminals? Why not embrace it then? It don't matter how much money you make in America, you still another nigga. Why not embrace it then? Why are you brothers still allowing brutality? Why are you brothers still allowing the victimization of this community? Why are you brothers still allowing oppression when all we have to do is unify? If I'm in Texas, it should be 1 million brothers behind me putting our money together, building together, training together. We should be doing everything together. It's okay. You got a 9 to 5. We'll meet up on our days off and we'll train and do it then. We put our money together, purchase land so we can have our own training ground. If there's any brothers or sisters out there that own land in Texas, a large enough piece of land to where we can train on, please step to the front so we can utilize that land and maybe even put our money together to make it profitable for you. The point here I'm trying to make is, when are the brothers going to take a stand and make this community a nation again? When are we going to put a stop to the fact that a lot of our babies in these inner cities can't even walk to school without even being bullied by these gangs that were supposed to protect the community in the first place? When are we going to take accountability for the fact that a lot of our sisters are just hurt by us and we are hurt by them? This is a transaction. We hurt them, now they hurt us, and we hurt them back, then they hurt us back. It is a never-ending cycle. No, I'm not talking to none of you men haters. I'm not talking to none of you sellouts, none of you buck dancers, none of you fake pro-black women sitting up here on these social media apps pretending to be pro-black while you sit up here and put that European up on a pedestal and pump up all your European division tactics and agendas, all of your anti-black man sentiments. I ain't talking to none of you. You can go over there and sit in the corner with the European. I'm talking about the sisters that still love brothers. I'm talking about the sisters that still love black men. We have a duty and responsibility to protect them, not only on social media, but in real life. Why are we allowing them to be brutalized? Why are we allowing these babies to unalive each other in these streets? Why are we allowing these babies to run amok in these streets? You telling me all y'all real niggas and gang, GDs, BDs, Crips, Bloods, but you letting babies do your work for you? How about we, in every major city, why not we put together groups that will walk through every major hood, that will walk through all the most dangerous hoods and put a stop to it once and for all? Whether if that means a conversation and you stop voluntarily, or that means by force, whatever it may be. Black love, black unity, black empowerment, all of it is what's needed right now for us to gain any ground. Do you all not understand? Everything that you are in fear of is already happening. The police brutality, the racism, they taking you out individually, piece by piece, brother by brother, sister by sister, whenever and however they want to. And they not doing it on a mass level because they know if they do it on a small enough level, you'll keep overlooking it. Was Sonia Massey not enough? Was Breonna Taylor not enough? Sandra Bland, George Floyd, all of the countless brothers and sisters, was it not enough? We can go all the way back to the beginning of time in our first interaction with this European reject. Was it not enough? When is enough for you brothers to take a stand and really protect this community?
A very big shout out to Moses Ken. He always come through. I absolutely love his message. And I really hope, this message reaches a Black community. And the reality is that I'm very sure that Black people already know how powerful, how powerful they are, how influential and all that. And they are very scared of Black unity. And I am very happy also that the election absolutely showed me how Black men and Black women are not divided. I know we kind of are, sometimes we are Black men, this, Black men, women, that. No, I see all that. I see how united they are, but we still have more to do. You know, we don't have to stop at a particular place. I mean, this is also another avenue for Black people, men and women, to come closer to one another, because this regime, the next incoming regime, might not be the very best for people that look like me. And what is the plan? The plan is to strategize. How are we supposed to go through this together? How are we supposed to cope? What are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to protect ourselves? How are we supposed to protect our children? How are we supposed to protect the women? How are we supposed to protect the men? Because while men are protecting women, women are also protecting men. That is vice versa. That is how it is. And also making sure that our community is prospering. Like I have been pushing Black love more than any other thing, unity. And when I preach Black love, I do not forget to talk about healthy Black love, because that is the most important thing when it comes to love. When a love is not healthy, it is absolutely toxic. So we need that healthy Black love, right? So, and I really do look forward to seeing a lot. Though some certain things must not be must not publicize it before I bite my tongue, right? Like I see some people telling me that a Black Project 2025, why are we talking about it on the internet? I say we have not even started saying what the Black Project 2025 is all about. But this is also like trying to rally everybody around to also know that there is what is called Black Project 2025, which I posted sometime. And I hope people follow the link to go straight up to where the whole discussion is happening, because it's really going to be a great movie for people that look like me. Why? Because I see so many things being put together, and I really do look forward to seeing more, because I see a lot of people supporting Black businesses and advertising, doing commercials for them and all. Like I really do look forward to all the beautiful things that comes with being a Black person, and the love and unity too. So for the biracial woman, like I wanted to start with you, but man, my people are more important. Why are you bringing confusion to yourself? Like, what do you expect when you mix, right? See, I am not telling anybody not to find love wherever they find love, right? But coming on the internet to say that Black people think, do not want my daughter to be like, what are you saying? You don't know what you are gonna get, what's coming, or what you are getting yourself into. I think that is the right thing to say, right? See, let me say this so people will stop being angry or stop calling Black people out unnecessarily, right? If you are a white woman and you are getting married to a Black man, I hope you know it is called race mix, right? You are race mixing, and you do not expect, except those that turn out super, really blend with as a Black person. But you do not expect somebody that is as white as snow to come out and say that I am Black. Like, how do you want people to? And moreover, you are supposed to understand that when you mix, right, your children are biracial. And biracial is not a race, right? So stop confusing yourself, and also stop looking for a way to drag people that look like me into it, right? If you know where he or she fits more, try as much as you can to push the person there. You said she's not, to tell you how confused it is always, like, it comes out like, it comes out very confusing. He or she is not Black enough, and she or he is not white enough. And like she said, Black people don't want her to say that she's Black or he's Black, and white people also do not feel like he or she is white or Black, either white. So you can see, even I am saying it, I am confused, right? That is also to tell you how confusing it could be for people. So, just figure yourselves out, and where she can fit in more, let her fit in there, and stop disturbing our peace, because at this point in time, we need peace. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.